What's up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, for being subscribed. If you're not, go ahead and hit that button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit that like button. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into this reality chat. We're going to have a little discussion about Nene. And listen, I was debating whether I was going to touch on this topic, but I am because I just want to talk about this briefly. As you know, Nene, she started her YouTube channel. Well, she already started it a while ago, but now I guess she's getting active, if you will. And I am happy about that for her. But she shared something recently, and I wanted to talk about this. And I'm just going to play the clip really quick, and then I'm going to continue with my commentary.
It came out of nowhere because I literally was looking at the paper like emergency contact, like who is my emergency contact or who is it that I would want somebody to call in case something happens. And in any other case, I would have them to reach out to my husband, and so I had to start thinking about like who my emergency contact would be. And my emergency contact, I put my son down as my emergency contact. In the past, I have listed my husband as my emergency contact. So I start thinking and saying, maybe I should just marry, whether I'm 100% happy with the person or not. Maybe I should marry just so that I have a partner, a partner for life, right? And I was thinking about having a partner for life. Even though I know the person isn't right for me, I'm just thinking having a partner for life, at least there's someone, maybe we would have an agreement that this person would be there for me and I would be there for them during hard times or medical times or something like that. And I feel like the reason why I want to talk about it because I feel like there's many women who would feel like, I know this guy is not the right guy, but maybe we are cool enough or friendly enough or we like each other enough where maybe we should get married and we're just partners for life. But being partners for life, kind of means that, he will see whoever he wants to see. I will see whoever I want to see. And we will be there for each other during hard times. And, but doing that, you have to know that that person will probably be talking to other people and loving other people. And they're just with you, through the hard times.
All right, guys. So you heard that. And there could be so many things that can be said. And I can't say, I'm not going to sit here in judgment of that because thankfully I've never lost a spouse. I'm still married. I've been married for 25 years. But just speaking from that perspective, of my own perspective, okay, I would say don't do it. Because when you heard her say, you would have this agreement where they would be with other people loving, she said loving other people. I'm assuming she means effing or screwing other people, because if you really love someone and you're choosing to commit, you commit. You can't commit and be uncommitted. That's my personal opinion. I know there's so many different definitions of marriage and relationships and even love these days. But I'm not going to get into all of that. I'm not going to do a deep dive into that because, one, I don't have the time, and two, I don't really care to try to change anyone's views or whatever. I know what the truth is, and that I'm just going to leave it at that. But anyway, she's been with her husband for so long, and then it was almost like immediately where she jumped into a full-fledged relationship with another man, was out in public with him, and then we learned that he was still married to his wife and whatever. So some people definitely can sympathize with her feelings, but a lot of people are just like, but girl, you had already moved on. And some people felt like she had moved on before her husband's passing, because some people felt like, well, Greg was sick. He probably gave her his blessing to go on. But see, even with that, I don't understand, because again, like I was saying about committing, when you commit, you also sacrifice. And for her to feel like, well, he's sick, but I'm still alive. I need to get my freak on and have pleasure and have fun just because he can't. Because if you watch The Real Housewives of Atlanta and you saw when there was a scene where Cynthia and Marlo came over to visit her during a time when Greg was going through a cancer battle, and she was complaining to them about how he doesn't want to do anything. She wants to go out to the club or do something. He doesn't really want to do anything. And they were trying to be her friend, but also trying to understand something that was not understandable. And even in their confessionals, they were like Greg is really sick. So like, what are you talking about right now, girl? And I think some people forget that. I'm not here to try to remind her and throw it in her face of, in any way like that. But also it's just like, if you feel like you need to have that type of arrangement, then maybe your son should be your emergency contact person and just date and enjoy your life and have fun. But to just get married to someone for the sake of having an emergency contact for, like she said, medical times. I'm sorry. I just was like, no, don't do it, girl, because all you're going to be doing is bringing on more headaches and trouble. You have your financial status that you're at. It may not be where you used to be, or maybe not even where you want to be right now, but I couldn't see her having an arrangement with anyone that would be having more than what she has. So all that would be doing is bringing on headaches for her and heartaches. And so it's just not worth it. Like, just be single and do you. But I don't know if she's going through any type of therapy, but I feel like if she isn't, she needs to get in there in a hurry, because when I was saying that she should do her own thing versus waiting on someone to give her an opportunity, I didn't think that this was going to be the route that she was going to be taking for, meaning getting a vlog and doing stuff like this. I'm sure that the people who are diehard Nene fans, they'll accept whatever she gives them. But most people, they're already going through their own stuff. So I don't think people will really gravitate to her to sit and listen to stuff that's going to bring them down even more, if you will. You know what I mean? So no problem with her sharing her life and going a little bit behind the scenes. I think that's a great thing, especially for those that really adore her and fan out on her. But this just really isn't a good look. And I'm not saying she needs to keep all of her personal feelings inside, but speaking about this, about just getting with somebody and marrying them just for the sake of having someone that you can depend on, well, that's not somebody that you can really depend on. You might as well just have a really good friend where you have an agreement of some sort, so that they just really truly love you that way, that they're going to be there for you or you're going to be there for them. You know what I mean? Nene looks great in this video. She's looking like the blonde hair is literally growing out of her scalp. She looks good. I want good for her. I just don't think that this is the move. So don't do it, Nene. Don't do that. But speaking of doing something, she is going to be doing a limited series with Bethenny Frankel. Now, from Reality T, they're reporting that Bethenny and Nene may be about to change the game. In her crusade against perceived unfair reality TV production, Bethenny has made it clear she'll team up with anyone to reach her ends. The former Real Housewives of New York star even sat down with Rachel Leviss, perhaps the most disliked reality star in the present, presumably to try and defame Bravo. Now, that chick is from Vanderpump Rules. I don't watch that show, but I heard about that scandal and whatever. Anyway, recently, Bethenny has teamed up with Nene, another former housewife who's not on good terms with Bravo. Why did they put it like that? Anyway, the Real Housewives of Atlanta alum came after her former parent company with accusations of racism and a toxic work environment. Things did not end well for her. In the past, Nene expressed a double standard between her and Bethenny. Nene suggested Bethenny could say things that Nene never could say and still be in Bravo's good graces. But now that Bethenny has gone fully obstinate toward reality TV, it would seem the two are putting their differences behind them. On October 20th, Bethenny took to her podcast's Instagram page to announce a sub-series on her podcast, Just Be. She posted a picture of herself beside Nene, captioning the post, "How do you like this combo? Bethenny," a limited series with Bethenny Frankel and neneleakes. The sub-series promised that Bethenny and Nene would be spilling the tea on that eclectic dinner, menopause, on and off TV friendships, and so much more to come. By that eclectic dinner, Bethenny meant the recent dinner she had with Nene, as well as other TV personalities and reality stars such as Rachel Leviss, Larsa Pippen, and Cheryl Burke. Bethenny made part 1 of the new series available on the same day via Spotify and other podcast distributors. The first episode billed itself as a reflection on Bethenny and Nene's explosive sit-down interview. Instagram users expressed mixed reactions to the announcement, some saying they'd be tuning in, others opting to pass it up. Now, what do you guys think of this? To be honest with you, I'm not surprised because I really felt like the interview that Nene did with Bethenny, it definitely was an opportunist thing for Bethenny. Let's just be real. I've spoken about this before. Bethenny has called Nene ghetto before. She's called the Real Housewives of Atlanta ghetto. A lot of people don't speak about that, but this is something that she said about them years ago when she was on the Real Housewives of New York in the earlier seasons, and she was getting more of a voice and people were listening to a lot of what she had to say. All right. So when it comes to this limited series, it's like, okay, cool. Nene is going to be on Bethenny's platform. Again, like I said, Nene could do this, but she needs the right people around her. And Nene is not that much of a worker, in my opinion, when it comes to creating opportunities. She wants things to be either given to her or she's hired in some way. And in this situation, this is more of a hire for her than her creating something. You know what I mean? Because when she creates something, you get what you're getting, like that video that I just played from her YouTube channel where she's sitting there talking about having, you know, a relationship of convenience, you know, and it's very uncomfortable listening to stuff like that. So she kind of has to be on Bethenny's platform. But again, this is something that she should have done. She should have had her own podcast, you know? So it's, I don't know. I mean, you guys, you might think it's a good look. You can let me know your thoughts about it. Someone made a comment on the Just with Bethenny podcast Instagram page, and they said, "I'm listening to this right now. The thing that irritates me is I want to hear more of Nene, not Bethenny talking over her." See, that's what you're going to get with this because this is Bethenny's podcast, you know? Someone else says, "Nope, don't like this at all." someone made a comment to Bethenny and they said, for me, it was Nene, Kim, Lisa Vanderpump, Kyle, Ramona, Sonia, etc. I just never saw you as the main character. You just caused arguments and climbed on others to cause the drama. You were never the main character. Know that. And another one says, hard pass. And someone else says, Nene is irrelevant. Someone has the gross throwing up emojis up. So, and then some people are saying, love it, 2 of my faves. Yes, more Nene, please. Heart eyes emojis, great combo, dream team. But again, this is not a partnership. This is just Bethenny using Nene some more because it got good ratings and good views, I am assuming. And so there you have that. So I don't know, guys. I want more for Nene, but Nene, she did good. She had a good run when she was on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, but sometimes those things just don't last forever, and you just have to kind of get used to that and accept it. And she was even asking Nene that on that interview where she was like, well, what do you want? And Nene couldn't really give a straight answer when she should have just said, I just want more money. I want money. I want money. I miss the money. I want money. But anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts about this. Let me know your thoughts about Nene and her wanting to just maybe have a marriage of convenience for the sake of having someone to be there for you in medical times, like she said. And the fact that she jumped into a relationship so quickly after Greg's passing, and now, here she is with this. It's like, what really is going on? And also, what do you think about she and Bethenny teaming up for several more episodes for this Bethenny podcast on, again, Bethenny's platform? Let me know your thoughts, guys. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until the next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.